Global Affairs Analyst Shahzada Rahim, who joins us live from Turkey for more updates, for conversations in light of the updates coming from Ukraine. Well, we are told that there has been an onslaught on the town from which the Ukrainian president came from, as regards a possible flooding that can affect thousands of people. Mr. Rahim, talk to us about how much of a disaster this is, particularly for Ukraine, that has reported some level of success in this ongoing war.
Well, thank you so much for having me. Yeah, recently, like 2 days ago, like the Ukrainian forces have liberated to the Kharkiv region, like from the Russian forces. And the two cities, like the city of Izium and the city of Karachuvoir, which is the birthplace of the Ukrainian president, Zelensky, got like into disaster. Like the Russians retaliated by attacking by firing 8 missiles, cruise missiles towards the city. And let me tell you, this city is home to 650,000 people who are living there. And since the war began, the Russians have like controlled this city with iron fist. But the recent victory of the Ukraine, of course, huge achievement. Like it gave a very bad impression within Russia. So in retaliation, the Russians have attacked like the largest dam in the city, and which, according to the reports, more than 220 houses were flooded because of the water, and the city is under flood. And recently, like 2 days ago, yesterday especially, like the Ukrainian president visited the city of Izium, and while visiting the city, he blamed the Russians for attacking the critical infrastructure and for depriving the Ukrainian people of water and gas and electricity. So the war is going on, and the Russians, the Ukrainian president said we will not stop until we achieve the victory. But this victory doesn't seem possible, because we know that Russia is regrouping in the Donbas region, and soon the retaking of the cities will begin. And the Russians have this time they have learned from their mistakes, what mistakes they have made during the recapture of during the all of these two cities, especially this region, which is strategic for both Russia and Ukraine. So the Russians are very keen about it. So they are regrouping in the Donbas region, and soon they will launch the operation to retake these two cities. But as long as if we see the conflict, the longing of the conflict, let me quote the words of the Antonio Guterres, who talked with the Vladimir Putin 2 days ago. He said, I cannot lie to the public, but I will say this war is not going to be soon. This war is not going to end soon. And soon, it will go on, because there is the current conditions show us that both Russians and Ukrainians they are not serious for any type of ceasefire, any type of peace deal regarding the conflict. So this is escalating day by day. And let me tell you, right now, the SCO summit is going on in Samarkand, and
Mr. Rahim,
Russian president.
You're talking about the war not ending soon. It's entered its 204th day now.
4th day.
And in the past days, we've had Ukrainians claim the recapturing of tens of settlements that have before now been captured by Russian troops. Would you say that the global community is doing enough to intervene and to also cut down the numbers of days or months that this war can rage on?
In my opinion, let me tell you, Europeans and Americans are not serious, in brokering any type of peace deal with Russia. Since the beginning of the conflict, we have seen a huge support from the Western countries to the Ukrainian forces. But Russia announced a special military operation, and Russia said we are announcing this special military operation to denazify the Ukrainian military. According to Russians, there are neo-Nazis who are anti-Russians and who have been involved in the killing of the Russian-speaking population in the Donbas region since 2014. So they are launching this operation to clear those elements from the Ukrainian army to be demilitarized completely. But what we have seen, when the conflict began, it has become a global quagmire, and the international community, instead of taking steps to initiate a peace in the Eastern Europe, they escalated it. We have seen the support in terms of military, in terms of aid, and if we take it into if you go into the statistics, the Americans have given so far $15 billion to the Ukraine in terms of military aid, and they are giving logistic support. And right now, the European countries are also supplying weapons to the Ukrainian military in order to fight the Russians. So this conflict is no more like a conflict between Ukraine and Russia. This is a conflict between Ukraine, Russia, and the whole international community. And the international community is pushing the Ukrainians to fight the war. The NATO is not directly getting involved. They know the consequences. If the NATO get involved, then the signal from the Russia is clear. Like, we will use the last edge, which are nuclear forces, like nuclear weapons. So the NATO is not directly involved in the war. So what they're doing is they're just supporting the Ukrainian military. They're pushing them to fight against Russia in order to defeat the Russia in the battlefield, which doesn't seem likely. Like, it's not possible. Like, you cannot defeat Russia in the battlefield because Russia has already captured major parts of Ukraine, which are very strategic. Like, look at the Crimea, look at the Luhansk Republic, look at Donetsk, look at the other major parts of the Donbas region, which are near to the Carpathian and Black Sea. So Russia is capturing strategic regions. Only these two cities have fallen recently, but it doesn't guarantee the Ukrainians like they will achieve full victory if they continue this struggle. The only thing that will happen is the whole bloodbath. More Ukrainians and Russians will die. So the only thing is like the international community should take the responsibility. They should come forward and stop like supplying these heavy arms to the untrained Ukrainian army. It's like the mercenaries are fighting in Ukraine. Like, it's not the only Ukrainian military. The mercenaries from all the European countries who came to Ukraine to fight with the Ukrainian army. So it doesn't seem like the conflict will soon end because the international community is not serious about establishing peace in Ukraine.
And we cannot begin to think about the huge implication politically and, of course, economically around the world, how this is really impacting. But it's good to leave it there. Global Affairs Analyst Shahzada Rahim joins us live from Turkey. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you so much for having me.